Hello everyone, this is Lauris from Stakepool 24/7 and today we'll be upgrading our Cardano node to the latest version, which is 1.26.1 from last one, which is 1.25.1. So, and in this release, if you have checked online on the GitHub, you'll see that we have some additional changes with this release, which means we'll have to migrate our database. And it will take some while. Therefore, I would suggest to start the upgrades on your either relay or ideally a test server. And yeah, just do the upgrade there. And later on, copy the binary and also the DB when it's when we have upgraded it to your production servers. I'll be upgrading on my home server initially, which is running the same Ubuntu as my production servers. And after the upgrade, I'll be basically just copying the binary file, so the Cardano node, and the database after the upgrade to my servers, and then do the switching of the binary and the database there. So it will be faster and there's no downtime. So let's start. And I already logged in my server. So I'll be using actually my guide. So it's a draft version which will be published today. And basically what you have to do is copy and paste the commands and to upgrade to the latest version of the Cardano node. So let's start. First thing first, let's start with backupping your current Cardano node and Cardano CLI binaries. So just in case if something goes wrong, it's always good to have the binaries from previous versions available. To follow my guide, just go to the web page and click on the guide and just follow along it. So you just copy the commands from the web page and paste in your terminal. So just follow that guide, and yeah, so let's start. So basically what we have to do is just copy and paste the commands which I have prepared for you, so the upgrade is easier. So first start with backupping the current Cardano CLI and Cardano node binaries, and yeah, just let's copy and paste the command. So what it does, it just creates a new directory with the current node version, and copy the binaries there. So let's proceed with, of course, with system upgrades. I should have already the latest installed, but let's check anyway. It's always good, you know, to have updated system. So no upgrades needed there. Then let's move forward to source code installation. And then let's just move forward to the source code download, from which we'll be compiling our latest binaries. Okay, again, let's just copy and paste. It will create the source folder in your home directory and move to it. And then just in case you already run previously some updates and tried, let's just remove the Cardano node source file directory, and then let's just download the latest code there. And already we are downloading now 1.26, and it will take some short period of time, depends on your internet connection. Okay, good. We see that we are ready to configure. So let's also check for couple updates, and then let's compile with JC 8.10.2. So we will specify that just in case you have different or several versions of the compiler there. And yeah, it should take some 5 minutes. It depends again on your processor power, how beefy machine you have there. And after that, we will just continue with adding some extra libraries which we need for this project. Okay, good. So we have done that. So let's then add the libraries. Okay, good. And now let's start with the installation process or compilation process of our binaries. Okay, cool. So it should take some 20 to 40 minutes. It depends again on your machine. And after that, we'll just upgrade the DB and see how it goes. Okay, so let's fast forward. Usually it takes around 30 to 50 minutes. So let's skip that and let's move forward to the next steps. Okay, good. So we have compiled the 1.26.1 Cardano Node and Cardano CLI. So let's move forward with installing or putting these binaries in the right folder. So we can check, not check, but let's copy just this one and paste. This is the standard error which you'll be getting, because what you have to do, you have to stop your current Cardano Node service, otherwise the file is busy. Let's stop it. Okay, cool. So, and let's try again to copy these files. Good. And now let's check if we have the latest version. Great. So everything looks good. Okay, so installation process is done. The next step is to update the DB. So, and it is done automatically. What you have to do is only you have to restart your Cardano node and it will update the DB by itself. So let's just start. Okay, and it should start now. So let's check what's happening. Okay, so we see that it's replaying the blocks and it will take again some while to rebuild the database. So it depends again, it could be 10 minutes or 1 hour. It depends again on your computer power. So our goal is now to rebuild the DB, and then when it's up and running, stop the service, make a copy of the DB, archive it or zip it, and send it to our production servers, so relays and block producing node. So let's now wait till we have rebuilt the DB, and yeah, then let's proceed with copying the files. Okay, so we are up and running. So our DB has been updated. So I stopped currently the process, but if you can check again, as we see, new blocks are added. Okay, so next step for us is actually to stop the node and yeah, zip the database and send to our servers. So let's go back to our manual and let's create archive of the database after we have stopped the service. Okay, good. You can check. Okay, good. So let's then just create an archive. So we will be actually adding not only the DB folder, but also the Cardano CLI and Cardano Node binaries. So it will take a while because currently I think it's around 7 gigabytes, the database. So it will be interesting to see if there are some improvements in size. Okay, great. So now it's done. So let's just check the size of this file. So it's 4.5 gigabytes. Good. So next step, we have to first thing first, let's restart the node, and so it works. Okay, so this node is again up and running, and now we have to copy these files, actually this one file, to one of our servers. So to do that, ideally you have already set SSH keys, and you just basically will be using SCP tool to send those files to your server. Okay, as our archive is there, so next step is for us to copy the archive to our server. So many people ask, okay, how to copy to other servers? So we'll be using keys, and actually we'll be generating new key set for this. If you have already, of course, generated SSH keys, then you don't do that. You can skip this, but if you haven't done so far, so this is a quick tutorial on how to do that. So first thing first, you have to create new key pair, and we can use this by executing this command ssh keygen minus t rca. So it will create a new pair of keys. So okay, yes, of course I have already keys, so but let's overwrite anyway, and a passphrase for your key, so it's encrypted. Okay, here you go. So we created new key pair, and those keys are under SSH folder, and we just created RSA public key and RSA private key. So what we need actually to put the public key on our authorized keys file on the remote server. So let's check. SSH keys, and we need the public key. So this is the public key. So we have to copy this and go to our server. So just connect, open new console on the server where you wanna copy these files, and then just copy the public key in SSH authorized keys file. Here you go. Just paste there, save, and now you should be able to actually connect to that server with the key. Okay, so when it's done, let's just switch to our another server where we are installing this. Okay, let's check. Okay, we see the 4.5 gigabytes of archive. Okay, so we have unarchived or unzipped the files. So let's just go to the directory and check what we have there. Okay, cool. We have .local where you have our binaries, and C node where actually we have our database. Now let's just stop the Cardano service before we are proceeding. And as the next step, let's remove the old database, so we are sure that we have the fresh database when we'll be starting the node service. And we are ready to move the extracted database to the respective place, so which is home Cardano C node. Let's move the whole folder there. As the next step, let's also copy the binaries, which we also archived. So we will have the latest binaries, so we will be replacing the current ones. So, and those are in local bin folder. So let's just copy all the files from archive local bin folder to the our home local bin folder. And let's check the latest installed version of the Cardano node. Perfect. So it's 1.26.1. So the only thing what's left is to start the node again, and that's actually it. So hopefully this helped you to upgrade your node. So this time the process was a little bit longer than usual, because this update required to migrate the database. And yeah, so don't forget to also update your other nodes. So currently we installed on the one relay server. I suppose you have another relay server, and of course block producing node. So just follow the procedure, copy the same files to other servers, and do the same unzipping and copying over the files, and you should be done in no time. If you still have some questions how to upgrade the node or anything else regarding running a stake pool, then just join our Telegram group. So we are a large group already, so more than 500 stake pool operators are there, and there's always somebody who is online. It doesn't matter where you are based. And yes, don't forget also to subscribe this YouTube channel, so you are getting the latest updates. So whenever there's a new video coming out, then you will be notified. And yes, if you have anything to comment, then just leave a comment below, and hope to see you on your next videos, and also on our support channel on Telegram.